Here's a strange game on Nintendo Switch. I played a lot of these visual novels, so I'm always happy to play new ones. This is Angels with Scaly Wings. I do kind of cringe when it comes to games like this because they're not always great or much fun. In fact, sometimes the story can be so boring that it's really hard to grab your attention. There are several of these games that I've played, and to tell you the truth, not many really kind of set the juices flowing, you know, for, oh, I want to know more. The horror ones are really good. The horror visual novels are excellent. In fact, I'm going to have to do a probably a top 10 visual novel list. It'll probably go on to top 20 because there is just so many of these visual novels on the Switch at the moment. There's probably, well, I'd say way too many. I mean, the games are really good, but as I said before, you'll find yourself struggling to find a really decent one. But there are decent ones out there. This isn't too bad. It's got a good kind of story, several endings, of course, which is always a bonus. Sci-fi feel to it as well. You're basically an ambassador sent through a mysterious portal, a wormhole, I guess, to a world of dragons living on the Earth-like planets, and it's really strange. You're trying to find the comparisons between Earth and, of course, you know, their planets. Their portal is, well, mysterious in itself, but you're basically there to kind of solidify relations, and then there's murders and things happening, and it gets more interesting. So yeah, become like an expert detective. Well, not me, because I'm bloody useless at these sort of games, but it's definitely getting the juices flowing, because it does throw a few little curveballs in the visual novel genre. It's giving you puzzles to solve, murders to solve, and of course you got your choices. All the choices have, of course, their own drawbacks, and you will find yourself really struggling to make the right decision. But some of the characters are a little bit more interesting than the others, and others are just really not interesting. You really want to skip through the story just to get past some of the more cringeworthy romantic parts of the novel itself, which is really heavy in that department. I mean, you can get the chance to kiss a dragon or two and sleep. Yeah, even if it was Jon Snow, I would definitely not be going into dragon territory there. That's something, yeah, doesn't matter how big your sword is, there's no way I can go near a dragon. It just wouldn't work, you know. And you wouldn't want a heated argument with a dragon, would you? You know, the game itself features 13 endings. Of course, I've heard there's more, but it's definitely 13 endings. The script, the words, the story, the twists, and of course some of the character roots are really well done, but some of the stories are kind of, you know, deep and make you think. So it is interesting that way, but I did find it kind of losing my interest. I can't even begin to tell you where I kind of lost interest, but I think it's just the cringiness of some of the romantic parts. Some might like that, you know, but I kind of tend to draw the line at the schoolgirl romantic things schoolgirl romance in these virtual novels, which can be a bit even more cringeworthy. It's just that's not my cup of tea at all. In fact, I kind of tend to stay away from those visual novels that feature big busted schoolgirl types, you know, because it's just so generic and boring and bland. This game does bring a little bit of originality to it, but it's still romantic novel-y. A bit of sexual stuff in there. The crime is pretty good. Some suicide thoughts. There's a bit of story there where it kind of dwells on that a little bit, and it's just a bit weird for me. I just couldn't get my head around what the dragon itself was trying to, you know, how it's going to get its point across to me. And I was trying to think, what the hell's this dragon going on about, you know? It just got confusing. There's a lot of dialogue that really made the game really dull, which was the scientific stuff. I didn't want to know all that crap. I just wanted to flick through the game and get past the main story. I want to unlock a few more of the endings, because I'm sure they'd be really interesting. But the game itself was just overly dramatic, and romancing Remy was a bit weird. I don't know if it's female or male, I didn't know, but I just didn't want to go there, you know. So I kind of chickened out of all that sort of stuff. You know, it even says you can flirt with these dragons at one point, which I stayed well clear from it. I'm even feeling weird about talking about the game now, but overall, for the price, I think it's worth it if you like these sort of games, if you like visual novels. I do like visual novels, but I do like the more interesting ones, the ones that are a bit more, you know, Lovecraftian, you know, that sort of thing, or the Japanese horror ones. They're the ones to go for, really. These romantic ones, weird ones, they're just a bit odd. The detective bits in this game really save it for me, because it's quite good fun just to solve and observe and make decisions that have consequences. Overall, it's not bad.